Okay. So this is just after first bull run. I want to get another cavalry unit as soon as I can. Oh, I'm going to drop the supplies too. Because the cavalry units are overpowered, so I want another one. And we need to decide where to put our points. The better weapons in the mod are more expensive. So economy is definitely an option. Medicine is definitely an option to preserve experience. But we need at least 1 point in army organization to get me up to 12 brigades. Because as you can see, we have ambush convoy and stay alert coming up. Ambush convoy allows you to bring 10 brigades. Note the scaling. And stay alert allows you to bring 12 brigades, and I think you can actually squeeze in another brigade in stay alert if you organize your divisions correctly. I forget precisely how to do that, but I'll figure it out. So, this is focused on ambush convoy, so I think, yeah, I'm going to put this other point into economy to lower the cost of the weapons. We've also got 2,000 rifles available here, so I'm going to select these. These are marked Lorenz, but according to the spreadsheet that JonnyH13 gave me, the stuff that's marked Lorenz is actually the 1841s. And the 1841s are the stuff that's marked Lorenz is labeled RM 1841 in the spreadsheet. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I want those because they're pretty good. Their accuracy is a little lower, but their hidden damage range is a little bit higher. And JonnyH13 said he's going to work on putting the hidden damage, upper end of the damage range in the description, so we'll at least know what the damage range of each of the weapons are. I also have the MJNG Type 2s, which are also good. In fact, those are better than the other ones. So I'm definitely going to take those. If I take these, it'll drop me down to 22, which will be a slight morale penalty, which is probably okay. Yeah. So we got 4,000 rifles. These guys need a replacement leader. And we've got Thomas Jackson. But we've got a major general as well, which means I might want to replace Aetius. We'll look at that. I think I can give these guys a lieutenant colonel without causing too many problems. Yeah, that should be good for them. So Aetius was cavalry and experience, which, yeah, okay, that's probably okay. 10% charge damage bonus, melee 5, firearms 5, but only for cavalry. I'm not opposed to that. I may keep him around. The problem is that when you have, no matter what you do, most of your army is going to be composed of infantry, and so one of the reasons why people always take the infantry specialization on their corps commanders is because it gives you the largest bonus by far. And we're going to replace this guy probably with a lieutenant colonel as well, because I need to think about this. Yeah, buying veterans for these guys is already expensive. It's going to cost 43,000 to get him up to 750. Yeah, let's go to 500 on the veterans. If we have to lose that second star, I'm not going to cry about it because these guys are murderous as it stands. So that's 12k. Yeah, he's going to lose his second star, but that's all right. He'll pick it back up. He loses a little bit of efficiency because the officer's rank is too low. That's okay as well. And these Cook and Brother guys. The Cook and Brothers, the Musketoons, actually turned out to be pretty good. Let me look at the spreadsheet here, which you guys can't see. The main thing about the Musketoon is the upper damage range is low. So the damage range for the Musketoons is 1 to 4. And for the Sharps 1855s, it's 1 to 5. So the Sharps do significantly more damage. but I'm not sure. I think I captured a bunch. Yeah, I captured a bunch of them, so actually converting them is not particularly bad, but I don't have enough to actually equip the entire unit. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. These guys are going to get their first star. And we are going to give these guys the better rifles that I just picked up. So one unit's going to get the MJNGs, and one unit's going to get the Lorenzes. And then we'll just pad these guys up to 1500. And I am curious to see what the scaling looks like with these guys just like this. Yeah, so it went up to 14,492, so I added about 1,000 guys. They added about 1,000 guys. Not particularly pleasant. So I will try to get some ballast units here. But let's see what we've got available in terms of officers. So I freed up that other major general. I'm going to replace Aetius with Kemper. And he's going to get infantry, movement, and infantry. And then for now, we'll make Aetius the division commander to give them higher command rating. And that should free up Jackson to create the 2nd Brigade. Or 2nd Division, sorry. I have Baylor available, looks like, so. These things cost the same, so if I have the option, I'm going to buy what's marked as the Lorenz. The Lorenz, I think, scheduled to be the 1855 once the names get changed.
Yes, sir.
And these units will both be 1 star. Because I'll be able to either have a general or a colonel with them. In fact, I'll just give them Manny. Do I have enough MJNGs to equip? No, I do not. The other option is the Palmetto, which is pretty decent as well. Oh, it was the Palmetto that was slated to be the 1855, yeah. Damage range on that one is 1.25 to 7.5. Yeah, I'm okay with buying a few of those. I've got the money.
Yes, sir.
So these are rifles and not muskets. Just be aware of that. Actually, I can... Might be time to bring back some artillery as well. Who do I want to create this division? Yeah, we can go ahead and buy a brigadier general for that.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to move the cavalry down here. And let's go ahead and buy that other cavalry unit. Give them a colonel.
Yes, sir.
And I think I've got... Yeah, there's enough Colts to make that work.
Sir, yes, sir.
Not cheap, though. I just need them to be able to keep up. Colts are pretty good, too. And their fire rate and accuracy is very low, but the damage is high. So the Colts, if you look at the spreadsheet, I think it's CMS. Yeah, so their damage range is like 1 to 12.5. So their damage might be inconsistent, but it can be high. And that's going to cause the scaling to go nuts. Almost for sure. Yeah, 17,000 guys now. So let's see if adding a ballast unit actually helps here. Cheap major, give them 1842s. No, that made it worse. So something about the scaling is different. I'm very curious about this because at least for the Union, it did not work this way. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. We'll spend these majors on artillery instead. Both of those units are going to have to be very close in order to be effective. And I've decided I'm going to call Grenadiers, any units that have weapons that have melee 150 are going to be called Grenadiers. So I'm going to change these guys. It's going to be the opposite of my old way. Don't think the Lorenzes have 150. No, they're only 100. These are 125, yeah, so they don't count. So yeah, pull these, switch those out. So we got 3. And I've got 32,000 available, but I can only bring 10 brigades into this battle, and it's going to be crazy as it stands because of the scaling. They've now scaled up from 17 to 22,000 men. Still 30 guns, though, thank goodness. So the other option is to start thinking about can't buy any of those yet. Actually, I can buy those, but they're incredibly expensive. 70 bucks. I don't want to discount these carbines yet. Could potentially bring snipers as well, but the only possibility would be to go ahead and buy up all the available 24 pounders. These have low damage but high accuracy at long range. They do, essentially what they do is consistent damage at long range. So, I'm not sure that's worth it though. Let's I'm not even going to bring any supplies into this battle. Yeah, I think this is workable. Even with the massive scale up. The scaling to me is interesting because I guess this means it's possible that the scaling is different between the Confederate and the Union sides. They added a whole bunch of soldiers and some guns to compensate for mine. So I'm kind of curious as to how this is going to work. It means I'm going to be facing large brigades, but we'll give it a try. Because, hey, for science, right? All right. So this is what I'm taking into ambush convoy. And I'll be right back with that battle.